Another quality that you talk about around successful CEOs is the ability to adapt and the ability to let go of the past. Can you give us an example of what you mean by this?
Yeah, absolutely. So if of the 4 behaviors, the one that's getting the most attention in the boardrooms today is adaptability. We're living in a world that's changing at a faster rate than ever. I come from DC. Barnes & Noble just shut down maybe their last store in our area, whereas Amazon is opening theirs, which is very ironic. And so the change is everywhere, and ability to adapt is really essential for a leader. In our research, we found that CEOs who spiked on adaptability were 7 times more likely to be successful. So then we dug in to understand how is it that they adapted. And we assumed, I think what we often expect is that somebody who is highly adaptable must just see the future. We imagine, the Elon Musks of the world or the Jeff Bezoses who are ahead of their times. They have this uncanny vision for where the puck is going, if you will. What we found actually really shocked us, because what we found is CEOs who excelled in adaptability did something else. They let go of the past. They learned how to let go of the habits, businesses, business models, assumptions that served them incredibly well up until now. They were willing to let go of them and completely reposition. And I would also tell you that any failure to adapt typically is a failure of letting go of something that's worked really well, more so than the failure of seeing the future. One of my favorite stories on adaptability actually comes from outside of business. A few years back, NASA sent a probe to Mars. So that was before Elon Musk sent his red hot Tesla to Mars. And so they send the probe, and obviously, American taxpayers spent a lot of millions of dollars to get it out there. The problem was that when it landed, the front wheels broke. And so now you have this multi-million-dollar thing sitting on Mars, and it can't move, and it can't complete the mission. Well, so a lot of people's careers are at stake. It's a big problem. And so what happened was, obviously, first questions were, whose fault is it? And, how could this happen, right? Once they got over that, the next question was, well, how do we fix the front wheels? Well, the problem is you can't fix the front wheels. You're in space. There's no way of actually fixing the front wheels until somebody asked the right question. They said, well, we're actually not trying to fix the front wheels or figure out whose fault it is. All we need to do is to get the damn thing moving. Once they reframed the problem and they were able to let go of their past assumptions of moving forward, what they did is they actually instead got the back wheels working, and they dragged the thing on Mars backwards. And in the process of doing that, they were able to actually collect a lot more samples that they wouldn't have otherwise because of the way that the vehicle was moving. And so that's when they discovered, I think, remnants of water on Mars. They discovered some salt deposits or something like that. But it was just, I think it was such a fantastic example of adaptability. And often, like in that situation, a crisis is what forces us to adapt.